Should the Lakers shut down LeBron James at this point, Jay?
I've been saying this. What are we doing?
For the first time anyone will ever ask this question and answer it, Jay, should he be shut down? Just answer the question.
Yes, 1,000% he has. So he's missed multiple games because of his left knee, correct? Right. Multiple games at 37 years old. Now he has a sprained left ankle. You're half a game ahead of the Pelicans for the 10th spot. Do any of you believe, Max, how long have I been saying this to you? The whole time you were holding on to hope, you and Key in the back of the boat with the life vest on saying, hey, there's still a chance. It doesn't matter if you return AD. This team is not going to win a championship. So LeBron James competing at an ultimate high level with a left sore knee that can hinder him, with a left twisted ankle. Now you're going to try to have him come back and play on those injuries and average 40 points in order for you to make the play-in tournament? Focus for what's coming up next, which is the health of LeBron James, CC.
Well, here's what I'll say, Jay. We're acting like the Lakers organization has a choice in the matter. They don't. This is about LeBron James being able to contend for a scoring title at age 37, and he's probably going to do the bare minimum in order to accomplish that. But beyond that, the ceiling for this Lakers team, even if they do get into the playoffs, is a first-round exit because they can't defend. This is a team outside of LeBron James that has no structure on the offensive end. I mean, they're dead in the water. Now, it is a good sign that Anthony Davis is back in his full go at practice, but he's still doubtful, and we're talking about a short runway to the end of the regular season. So how much of a difference is Anthony Davis going to make down the stretch and potentially in the play-in? I don't know. They even struggled when Anthony Davis was on the court. So in looking at the situation right now, with the Spurs beating the Rockets last night and being a half game behind the Lakers for that 10th spot, I think there's a real possibility that the Lakers could miss the play-in. So ultimately, what is LeBron James
Even if they made the play-in, so what? You're going to get bumped in the first round.
Exactly. So what is LeBron James playing for if it's not to get a scoring title?
And he already has a scoring title. Like he's averaging 30.
But not at age 30, yeah.
He has 30.1 points per game. Next in place, Joel Embiid at 29.9.
Yeah, he can sit out the rest of the season.
He can sit out. It takes Joel Embiid a crazy
Wait, Jay, how many games do you need to qualify, though?
I mean, he's qualified.
He'll qualify if he doesn't play anymore?
Yeah, he's qualified. I mean, he's going to miss,
By the way, along
games?
your reasoning, though, about the forfeiture for we were just arguing about the U.S. men's soccer team. Should they forfeit and then they're automatically in the World Cup? And you said no compete. Ted Williams, way back in the 1941.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, right. He was hitting 400. It was like 399.6, right? And if he didn't play the final doubleheader of the season, he hits 400 for the first time in decades, right? No one had done it. He said, nope, played both games of the doubleheader.
Multi-hit games.
Got something like 5 or 6 hits,
games,
hit 406 for the season. Everyone's amazed by Ted Williams. If we weren't playing for the playoffs, Chris, I'm sitting out, man. I'm sitting
right.
Exactly. But Jay, according to you, LeBron should keep playing if he wants to score the scoring title, right?
I didn't say he should keep playing. That man's 37 years old.
So
it's not talking about footy. You're not talking about football where guys are 21, 22, have another 15 years of runway. This dude is turning 38 years old.
Do me a favor. Geek out with me, guys. I love doing stuff like this. This is, you played in the NFL, you played in the NBA, but this is what I got. This is all I have. You understand what I'm saying? All right. What play-in team that's 7 through 10, right? Because if you're 7, 8, 9, or 10, you got to play in the play-in tournament, right? Which play-in team in each conference are a 37-year-old LeBron James away from being a championship contender next year? Just take LeBron off the Lakers, plop him on that other team, and all of a sudden you're like, they go from a play-in team to, no, they really could win a championship.
CeCe, let's go through it.
This is too easy right now. I mean,
the Cavs,
you have to say the Cavs, right?
Yes, 1,000. The Nets easily,
yeah.
right? So that's 6 and 7.
Yep.
Hornets,
Championship contender with LeBron? Yes.
LeBron, Melo.
They're a little early.
They're a little early, but they're still kind of right there.
You think LeBron James with LaMelo Ball isn't going to at least push to get out of the Eastern Conference?
Terry Rozier, P.J. Washington, Miles Bridges.
Yeah, they're a little early, though.
But it's a little early. It'll be interesting.
Put it this way.
If I squint at it, maybe.
Yeah.
I can make it. I can maybe make it work. Exactly.
All right.
The Hawks. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Hawks.
Trae Young.
Yes.
Bogdanovich.
Yeah. Minnesota. Not that LeBron James would ever play in Minnesota, but Anthony Edwards and Carl Anthony
Towns.
Yes.
Yes. Are you kidding? Minnesota.
No question.
Yeah. They wouldn't lose.
The Clippers.
Well, yeah. You said the
Yeah.
Clippers.
I mean,
Yeah, it's obvious.
if PG and Kawhi ever play, I mean,
but
we'll see about that.
Even without playing, they're going to be in the playoffs.
So every team.
Pelicans,
Nah.
I don't know.
I say yes.
Zion
Nah.
and
Zion.
hey,
We
this
really
is
gonna bring up Zion?
this is a hypothetical experiment.
Okay.
Brandon Ingram. Talk about some of the pieces that.
Yeah, this isn't Ingram back then. This is Ingram now.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying back then. Ingram's an all-star.
CJ McCollum,
Zion Williamson.
CJ McCollum. I can make a case.
McCollum and Ingram
I can
is
make
enough
a
for
case
LeBron
that
right
the
there.
Pelicans personnel is better suited for LeBron James to win a championship than the Lakers right now.
I believe that. But a lot of that case is predicated on Zion Williamson being healthy.
Not really.
Wait. CJ McCollum,
Brandon Ingram.
and Brandon Ingram.
Listen,
if
both
you
of
add
those guys are
Zion,
nice.
if you add Zion, that's a cheat code with LeBron.
That's not a championship team, though.
If you add
No.
LeBron James
I'm not
to
saying
that,
it's championship. It's
I'm
close,
not saying
though.
that's a champ. That's not a championship team.
It's close.
I
Wait,
thought the
contender.
assignment was a championship
you understood
team.
the assignment?
Yeah, I
Now,
understood the assignment.
But Chris, contender just means they're going to win a playoff series, maybe get to the conference finals, but they're one of the teams who say they could win a championship.
I'm sorry, Valanciunas, Josh Hart.
Yeah, of course they would.
They're
Of course
close. They
they're a
ain't far
contender.
off, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They are not far off. They are not far off at all.
The point is that
That's another one if I squint at it.
the
if I
point
look
is the
real hard at
only
it.
team, the only playing team out of the 8 in the NBA at this moment that you put LeBron James on and there's no chance they're a championship contender is the Lakers.
That's
crazy.
And what
That's
it occurs
wild.
to me, here's the conclusion I draw from it. Lakers don't really have AD. He misses so many games, he's basically not on the team, right? So take that off. So why did they get Russell Westbrook? They got Russell Westbrook. LeBron said it. He knew he knew he and AD are injured enough that they need someone to carry the team in their absence. So then I get mad at Westbrook. Yo, Westbrook, you're not. And then it occurs to me, wait a minute, something Jay said when they traded for Westbrook. He is redundant with LeBron in a lot of ways. So if you don't have a team built that's right to be built around LeBron.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.